Christopher Nolan, but I'm just going. I think it's overrated because like you say the Dark Knight, and there's no like you coming up with a rebuttal is blasphemous.
Speak your rebuttal.
Sorry?
Speak your rebuttal.
I mean, Marvel already did it 3 times over with the Captain America trilogy. Now, I'm not saying the first Avenger is better than like all the like.
The way you spun around. He's burning.
Like, these dramatics are funny.
Let him finish.
You're very memeable, I'll say that. But just it's I don't know. Like it's just again like if people had arguments, right, and then like landed on okay, the Dark Knight's better or whatever, that's fine. I just despise the fact that people just like, oh, Dark Knight, yeah, let's all drop our pants down.
So you're hating on it for no reason.
I'm not hating on it for no reason. It's objective because I've got objectively speaking, the Captain America trilogy it's a lot better in a lot of ways. So
he said, and I'll quote, that the Captain America, I don't see the fuss about the Dark Knight trilogy when the Captain America trilogy already done it. That's what he just said.
That's not what
No, but that's what he said. He said that.
He said that just now.
You said Marvel's already done it 3 times in a row.
No. You said the what's your rebuttal? I was like, well, the rebuttal. Like I said, Captain America is like the trilogy's got the rebuttal.
Yeah.
Like they've got 3 movies in a row that are more cohesive as far as storylines go, and they had a bigger job to do because like they had a bigger universe. They had to fit all of that.
Okay. Let's bring it back. So. Alright, so Dark Knight Trilogy is the blueprint for every superhero film, every superhero film now, comic book film now, that is centered and that is quality is in grounded human like level world, not like grandiose. Oh, we're out a level. We're off world. We've got a planet that's coming to destroy the thing. We've got
no. I'll take objection to that. Do you know why?
Go on.
When did the Dark Knight come out? What year?
2008.
2008.
Yeah. But Batman Begins came in 2005. So Iron Man came in 2008. Let's remember.
Exactly. This is my point. So you're saying it's like the blueprint for like grounded superhero
quality.
What do you mean?
Quality.
So like again, so like if you're, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the fact that it's one of the blueprint.
Okay, so what's the blueprint? What's the blueprint?
Iron Man, like they came out the same year.
No, they didn't. Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah, Iron Man came out. You're talking about the Dark Knight, right?
No, but I'm talking about
the trilogy.
But Batman Begins was 2005.
Yeah, but that's not like.
And Batman Begins was technically on bigger scale because of all the locations that you had to do. You had to go to what was it? I don't know, what was it? Not Tibet or like where it was them places there. You had to go all the way there. It was Raza Woman and there.
Who cares about the stage? Like it's a movie. Like I'm comparing the movie to the finished product.
Ninja shit. And I had to come all the way over here.
Yeah, but you're talking about how they made the movie.
He means in the film.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So he means in the film what actually happened.
Yeah, but like so in the film what actually happened, yeah, they would go into all these places, but that's not a point on why you don't give a movie because like part of the story takes place here.
But it was a rebuttal to your point of whatever your point was.
How can you give a rebuttal? You don't know what my point is.
Because we were talking about Batman Begins was before Iron Man, and then you said,
No. You said the Dark Knight was like the gave the blueprint for like serious grounded.
Yes, it was.
I'm saying I don't agree with the fact that it's a blueprint because like the Dark Knight came out the same year Iron Man did.
But Batman Begins was 3 years before it. You're not understanding my point.
I get what you're trying to say. You're saying like
I'm talking about the trilogy. I'm not talking about anything.
You're saying the trilogy is recognized as like the beginning of like modern superhero storytelling.
Yes.
Which that's debatable because it is because if you look at the only movie that came out before Iron Man that like really sparked the whole new superhero wave is the Batman Begins. And even then, no. When that movie came out, that didn't spark off everything going after it.
But what did spark it off? Dark Knight.
No. When did Dark Knight, like what month of the year did Dark Knight come out?
It doesn't matter what month because the anticipation for whatever was coming out was off of Batman Begins. But what happened at the end of Batman Begins? Boom, what card was it? Joker. So everyone knew next film, oh shit, Joker. Batman, Joker.
So why did it take them 3 years to make the next movie?
Because of the level of what the film was. You're
That
not in
makes
the
no
place.
sense.
It was a big scale movie.
Exactly. In 2005 and 6, 7, 8 as well.
Like if they rushed it and made it the year after, it wouldn't be the same film.
Exactly.
Like it needed that much time.
And the thing is, there is no MCU where it was 100% guaranteed that we were going to do this, universal shit. And this is just a trilogy.
Okay. So then, given that the Dark Knight is this blueprint, let's assume I accept that, right? Dark Knight Trilogy is the blueprint and why it started. The statement you just made is key, and you were like, given that there was no MCU where everything is guaranteed, why did the MCU, and again, this is like MCU versus Dark Knight, is kind of switching the whole thing, but why did that spark, like MCU is this, like Iron Man is the spark of like your modern superhero setting, because the reason why you have all these companies, Sony, Fox, and whatever else going crazy about superhero movies is one reason, because Iron Man was a success.
And I can say that Iron Man was a success because of Batman Begins. Because Iron Man, the reason why Iron Man was a success...
No, you can't say that.
I can 100% say that.
No. There's a correlation, but you can't say that's the reason.
Then how can I not say it? Because
correlation and causal link are not the same thing.
You know what the biggest link between them is that they were both grounded. Iron Man was grounded on the kind of same level that Batman Begins is grounded.
I agree with that.
Iron Man could have gone way off world like they did in Iron Man 3.
No one's like, I'm not arguing, like they were both grounded. So. And again, like this, don't make it sound
I'm not saying Iron Man wasn't the spark for everything.
What we're saying.
No, for the MCU. But
Iron Man is the spark for every modern superhero.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because
what else is?
Because how can it be the spark when Dark Knight Trilogy was regarded better than the MCU from a long time, from kind of up until Infinity War? Then it was a big discussion that
but this is my point. You're saying it like I agree with that statement. I don't agree with that. My problem with Dark Knight is the fact that people just say that without actually analyzing like said thing. Because people are saying like the Dark Knight.
Did you see Batman Begins?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Did you see Dark Knight?
Yeah, I did.
I've seen Dark Knight. Like I only saw that movie one time. I started rewatching it again just to catch up on like what exactly happened, like some of the performances. And that's another one of my things. Like, how many times have you seen Dark Knight?
A lot.
Define a lot. Give me a number. Just ballpark.
More than 15. Right.
More than 15.
Yeah, probably more than that.
All right, cool.
Are you gonna say, Iron Man was a better, like Robert Downey Jr. was a better actor as Iron Man than Christian Bale was as Batman?
That's not even a debate. I'm sorry. Are you trying to bring that up?
I
wasn't even gonna go there.
I'm saying that's a fine argument. But the Batman.
That's not an argument. That's my point. I wasn't even gonna bring that up. That's like a side lane.
The film is still better.
Yeah. If you no, hang on. You're comparing. So this is turned into like Iron Man and Batman, which was supposed to be Captain America. If you're talking about first movie, as far as like trilogies go, Iron Man trilogy is trash compared to Dark Knight, right? This is not an argument.
Okay,
but like first, 100%. First movie, Iron Man compared to first movie, Batman Begins, Iron Man takes the cake.
Okay.
All right. That was like a side argument.
But Batman Begins is better than First Avenger.
I'll give you that.
Far.
I'll give you that. But again, my argument here is trilogy.
Winter Soldier and Dark Knight. Winter Soldier is.
I say Winter Soldier is better than Dark Knight.
Winter Soldier is better than Dark Knight Rises. It's not better than Dark Knight.
I say it's better than both those movies. I say it's better than both those movies.
No.
And Civil War just takes it like, come on, we're not even talking.
Civil War.
We're not even talking.
We're
not talking anymore.
You know what it is? Civil War is fake. Because Civil War is an Avengers film.
It's true.
Let's be real. And the fact that you even have to bring an Avengers film into a Dark Knight trilogy shows the level that Dark Knight is at. So let's just bring that. You have to get.
Here's why Civil War is awesome. Here's why Civil War is awesome, right? The fact that you had the fact that you like in the trilogy, the fact that you had all of those like superheroes, that's like icing on the cake. If I take all those people out, right? Take away all those people. And deal with forget all of them. Spider-Man, Black Panther. I love Black Panther in that movie is like my favorite. Like Black Panther in that movie is the best Black Panther, given everything that's going right. Okay. Take all of that out. Captain America is the central through line in that movie, and that's why it has that integrity. That's why I even count it as part of the trilogy, because like I'm tempted to say only count the first two because the rest was like a combination. But the fact that Captain America's story runs through, you take Captain America out of Civil War, that's not a movie.
I hear you.
You can take every single character out of Civil War and just have it about Captain America, and that's a movie on its own.
I hear you, but the movie that you're talking about is not the movie that we got. And the movie that we got was the one with 50 other heroes that were there fighting. And that was one of the biggest draws for this film. Are we not going to lie?
That was one of the biggest draws, yeah. But like,
the fact that we got Spider-Man between that whole bullshit, and it was like, alright, cool, he's here now.
Yeah.
We got.
All right, let's do this. Dark Knight Rises, I think, is not a trash movie, but like a subpar movie.
No.
With the hype and everything else, I'm sorry.
Like Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises, I'm talking about.
I admit it has plot holes. I think Dark Knight Rises is better than Batman Begins.
That's 100%.
Yeah. Batman Begins was boring in my eyes, but
I don't know. I've seen. I saw, especially because I saw it recently. Batman Begins is a really good film. Like,
when I saw Batman Begins the first time, I thought it was boring, but I was 10.
Batman Begins really holds up. I'm sorry. Like Dark Knight Rises, I will make that statement. My point was, take away Dark Knight Rises, I'll take away Civil War. Right? Let's compare the first two movies. The Winter Soldier is.
The Winter Soldier is not better than Dark Knight. That is where your point comes in.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's 1A, 1B.
All right, give me why it's not.
Because the storyline of the film is a lot better than Winter Soldier. But the Winter Soldier, what's the wait?
So far, you're telling me why Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier storyline was better. What was the storyline? The whole Bucky thing.
Yeah.
Was this the one where he realized where Tony clocked? No, that was when that was the storyline. Yeah, that was alright. This was the one where
that's a point in Cap, by the way.
I think the reason why
Cap storyline.
I think the reason why you think the Winter Soldier film is so much better than it is because of
this one it was fighting.
The impact it has on the wider Marvel universe.
No.
Because of like
no. I'm like you isolate Winter Soldier. That movie is better than the Dark Knight.
But it had a lot of ramifications in different films.
Well, yeah, of course. But like if you take I can bring anyone from the street and watch Winter Soldier and they get exactly what's going on. Forget everything that's going on in Marvel.
You need to at least know what the whole Hydra shields.
That's actually a point.
No. You watch the first Avenger and watch Civil War. Right? I mean, Winter Soldier.
So you're saying you have to watch both.
It's a trilogy. We're talking about both movies.
You just said if you bring someone off the street and watch this movie by itself.
To be fair, jump in and watch Dark Knight and then just.
I just want to say I didn't watch the first Avenger first. I watched Winter Soldier first, and I didn't know the story of Hydra and whatnot. And I put 100% back what Precious is saying. You can watch that movie without knowing the background. It's an amazing movie.
Even if you don't even watch the first Avenger, even take that out. Like that movie, that's why I think it's just so much better. Like that movie it's crisp. There's no fat in that movie. There's no let's put this here for eye candy. Like it's so streamlined. It's like this is the point of the movie. They start the movie, shit starts happening. It's exciting. It's got better action.
What?
Tell me what action. No. Tell me what. No, give me the action sequence in Dark Knight that's better than like.
Alright, cool.
Give me the. I'll give you a specific example. Give me the action.
Look at this pen.
Boom! Is that an action sequence? Is that
done.
Nick Fury's car chase scene? I'm sorry.
5-minute car chase scenes.
And one scene where he just closes it. Come on.
What do you mean? What had more impact? That scene.
Nick Fury's scene, because that's what they reviewed with the soldier. Man came up on the road, down the road, moved to the side, the whole car moves away. No, I'm sorry.
Did you see what scene was it? When the Joker and his henchmen were chasing that van, and then it got to the point where him and Batman
The opening scene.
The opening scene is better.
The opening scene of what?
Of
the Dark Knight.
No, but that's the robbery series, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean that opening scene was
that is better than your Nick Fury, whatever you're talking about.
Wow.
That is
100%.
Wow.
I'm sorry. No.
Some people stealing a bank, stealing money in a bank, right? They take the money.
The narrative.
No. I'm talking about the way it was shot and everything, right? This is an action sequence. I'm talking about action sequence. I'm not talking about story.
Score as well.
I'm not talking score, story, all of that. You're telling me that a bunch of niggas walking into a bank and shooting each other with a gun is better than Nick Fury?
You missed the point.
Hold that, right? That's the sequence.
There we go.
And I think it's better
and that
if
shows
we actually
purpose.
look at it.
Because you want to watch it.
No, we'll pull up both clips.
Because that shows
Like,
purpose.
watch it.
Because you're just talking about action. We're talking about what the whole scene entails.
Oh no, you're talking about purpose, right?
No, we're talking
So
about
yeah.
action. We're talking about a scene.
So action, just
When's the
action.
last? When's the last?
I'll just bring up a scene from John Wick and say, oh yeah, that was better than that. Also, that's a better film.
I'm not talking about.
Bring out a scene from Matrix. Oh yeah, that was better. Matrix
Fast
is
and
better.
Furious.
Matrix. is better.
Wait.
We're breaking down the whole point, right? I made a statement. I said the action sequences in Winter Soldier are way better
Yeah.
than the ones in Dark Knight. And man
Define
told
action.
me,
Define
no,
action.
action scenes. What is action scenes?
But like, just
Fighting,
explosions for
like-
explosions.
No. I
Fast-
said
fast
the
is-
action.
that
I
part-
said the action.
yeah,
That's one part of my argument. Like
Okay.
I'm breaking them in segments. The action scenes from one are
Mm.
better than the other.
No.
The first thing this guy said is, "I can make a pencil disappear," which is Joker putting a pencil here. Someone says, "Oh, I can make." You want to see a magic trick? He takes a dude's head, bangs it on the thing. Obviously, the pencil disappears somewhere in his head or whatever, and that's it.
Okay.
That's the action scene that you're telling me.
So my action scene, the first
wait.
one I brought up
Wait.
was the whole Joker van chase.
Oh yeah, so then I'm one by one,
Okay,
one by one.
we can talk about it.
We can talk about it. We'll talk about it as well. But he said
Mm.
that one scene of him banging a pencil is better than Nick Fury's starting car chase scene.
What holds bigger
That's-
weight?
huh?
What holds bigger weight? What
Nick
holds bigger weight?
Fury's scene, you just
What
said.
holds bigger weight?
Bigger weight.
Because that scene establishes who Joker is right there and then. And none of them are saying nothing. Because then after that he does the whole and then they're not doing nothing.
Nick Fury is the director of Shield.
Yes.
We've just seen him in the middle of the road.
But as
Get
him
chased.
as director of Shield,
Yeah, and
as him
Nick,
as director, he knows this.
yeah,
And
Nick Fury
and
as director of
I
Shield.
was not surprised that he got away.
Who's talking about like the results? I'm talking about the sequence itself. Nick Fury, you're talking about impact, right? Nick Fury, the director of
At
Shield.
one point, did you ever think that Nick Fury was going to die in that scene?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
No. Yes, actually.
no,
Yes, actually, because Nick Fury, the director of Shield, right, is coming under fire with all the tech that Shield has. You know, this man is in a jeep that apparently can fly. They came at this man tactically. They tried to hit this man's glass. You're talking about suspense and drama. Like he was like holding them, waiting for the right moment in time to deploy the guns. The traffic, having to navigate. Okay, give me the wheels. Like taking traffic into concern. He's running in a road with bare pedestrians, trying to avoid them while avoiding gunfire. Right, and in the middle of all that, you're getting car flips. All of that nonsense is going on. Winter Soldier shows up, blows up his car, and man had to escape. And how did he escape? He burned a hole in the fucking ground. You're telling me that a scene of just someone bashing a pencil. Keep in mind, this is Nick Fury,
You don't know.
the most powerful person that we know of in like the MCU.
You know what the scene
I'm sorry.
that
No, I'm sorry.
you know
That
what the scene
statement-
that
that
counters-
statement- that
you know
statement
no because you know what it is
lashed my brain.
that scene
And you compared it to a
Things
bank robbery. The bank robbery you described, Darren, a guy walks in. They're talking about like they're robbing a bank. They're robbing a bank, right?
hold on you're talking about action scene but we're talking about purpose as well. The whole point of an action scene is to display purpose as well. Yes or no?
The purpose in the beginning.
Yes or no?
Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
The purpose of the action scene
Yes.
when they're robbing the bank in the beginning is
The
what?
purpose of the action scene is to show the level of Joker.
Yeah, to
Okay.
establish
To
his
show that he's
character.
the purpose of this action scene is to show the level of the Winter Soldier going after Nick Fury.
Exactly.
That is it.
Okay.
That is it. And then we see that many more times when he goes after Captain America, when he goes after Black Widow. The fight on the
bridge.
bridge
Yeah.
is much better than whatever you just described.
That's better than anything in Dark Knight. The bridge fight that starts with the Winter Soldier ripping the steering wheel out of Captain America's car. That whole sequence down to the hand to hand. You played that.
You know
I'm
what it is?
sorry. There's
You know
no
what it is?
sequence
Even
in.
if the action scenes were better, even if they were better,
I
they
can't-
one.
You don't understand,
one-
man. That's
one-
blowing my mind.
No, because even if they were better, one, they were 8 years after the Dark Knight, who also established that you could do this real world level in a superhero film. So let's just get there. Let's get there.
So we're given a handicap because of what.
No. I'm just saying, but they can't do that without that. They didn't do that with that. They this film does not happen. Winter Soldier does not happen without the Dark Knight. 1000%. See, because I ain't seen the film about the lorry chase. That's the scene where he's about to run him over with it.
Yeah. I think just before that they kidnapped Harvey Dent. And then I think after that he gets I think the fact that he did the whole lorry chase thing, and then he just stood there waiting for Batman to run him over, and then you realise Commissioner Gordon like tackles him, takes him to prison. You think, okay, that's done.
and then the whole when the whole thing blows up, and then all the shit starts blowing up. And then he sends the shit to the I'm not even just talking. Actually, I'm talking about just filming it. Even when he sends the shit to the woman, and then the glass to the guy, everyone starts dying left, right, and center. This film is the film is better than.
Like, there's so much nuance in Batman and The Dark Knight. Like if you take a scene out, like every scene relates to something going to happen in the future. Like you can't isolate a specific scene without having deeper importance.
I'm just sorry. Like if you're talking like just as a movie, like taking everything, like just entertaining to watch, storyline, action, just consistency, nuance,
performance,
character development,
score.
Like, nah, I'm sorry.
Wait.
Winter Soldier.
Wait.
What nuance is it? What nuance? It's like, okay, this is Bucky.
Exactly.
But like,
Well,
explain your point.
So what? Look, so give me the nuance in Dark Knight's nuance.
Don't ask me a question.
Dark Knight's nuance. Dark Knight's nuance, right? You've got your Batman, the political sort of back and forth is you're talking about a guy, like basically it's a fight against vigilantism.
Okay.
Right? So Joker is saying he's trying to create this world of chaos, and then he's fighting against the pretense of Batman who's like hiding behind a mask to do what he's doing, right?
Okay.
You got Winter Soldier. And then the nuance there is the deceit of like trading in your freedom for security, and like the problems that can create. Because remember, if you the storyline in Civil War is the fact that they had these 3 helicarriers who were going to eliminate a bunch of people, just off of like their records.
In the context of this movie alone,
that's the movie.
You just brought out Civil War.
No,
you just said Civil War.
That's not Civil War. Like what I meant to say was Winter Soldier, because that's the but that's the plot. Like they were talking about like trading. Like it was like they were trading about the security, people trading into the security for freedom. It's like the taxpayers are paying all this money.
Was this after Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
So this is after the Sokovia Accords.
Oh no! This is before actually. This is before Age of Ultron because like Winter Soldier is the crash of Hydra, and then
that's when they started.
Exactly. Age of Ultron. So it's not even that deep. Like, we're not even talking that deep.
So it's not even that deep.
Exactly. We're not talking that deep into the like the mythos of Marvel. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you're talking about like the nuance of those two things is. Again, vigilantism versus like
you broke it down to vigilantism.
No, you know. Okay, for Captain America, it was his realization that what he is protecting isn't what he fought for back then. Basically.
Exactly, but like again, you're talking about man out of time.
No. But that being realized through Bucky, that's basically what it is, isn't it? And him having to fight him, basically having to fight himself in that sense. Yeah. That's the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and then obviously because he says Bucky or Bucky says him, I can't remember what happens in it. Blah blah blah. But that is.
You're gonna say that's simplistic.
It's not simplistic, but in terms of a movie and in terms of what happens in movies, it's not nothing that's that new, and it's not nothing that if you put it in the war tense, because that's basically what this is. It's in that war sense. It's not that new. He's basically realizing, oh yeah, the people I'm fighting for are bad guys, which is basically every movie. So.
And the idea of a black guy just wanted to just blow things up for blowing things up is new, which is what the Joker was doing.
No. So the whole like
if I'm breaking shit down,
see, this is where you missed the nuance.
So with Dark Knight, like
I could have just said, oh yeah, no, it's just he's just fighting his friend that he knew from 20 years ago that I don't remember.
And Batman is just fighting a dude who wears a mask and just
so Batman, Harvey Dent, and the Joker, they're all fighting to solve Gotham. They all have different ways of like trying to achieve that. Batman's all about order and justice. Joker's obviously about chaos. And then Harvey Dent is known as the White Knight.
What you just said is Joker is fighting, like they're both fighting for two different ways of saving Gotham.
No, the soul of Gotham. It's not about saving Gotham.
Fighting for the soul of Gotham.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So
because if it's a more nuanced movie, they explain this throughout the movie.
This is what soul of Gotham
meaning. What does the soul of Gotham mean?
Joker wants Gotham to be his, as in he wants it to be his.
So every bad guy. Exactly. The storyline of every bad guy.
Yeah. But this is Batman and Joker that everyone knows for how many years, isn't it? This is the most basic.
No. But you're trying to tell me it's not more nuanced.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but this is with the most basic characters ever, isn't it? Like.
He made that choice.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what it is. But also, you have Batman who wants to be. He also wants to be the savior of Gotham. Like not what's his name?
He's got a golf complex. I know a bunch of people.
He has that.
Yeah.
No. Just because you know it doesn't take away from what the nuance is in it.
Like,
you know
you could
it's
just say,
I'm not saying.
You literally just said.
No.
Like a bad guy is fighting a man that he knew before. He didn't know.
No, but I would say that
you broke it down.
No, but I said I could say that to you if I was trying to be dismissive of the point.
Right.
I'm just trying to say that okay. Then you have Batman. He's trying to do it in his way of fighting justice, criminal, blah blah blah, all that type of shit. And then you got he said Harvey Dent. I was gonna say, and then you got Bruce Wayne, who's trying to do it the philanthropical way. He was trying to do it from his he's lost his parents, helping the youth. Helping Robin, helping all that type. I know that's Batman, but helping the youth and all that type of stuff, doing his business ways, even though he's doing it with the government, iffy. And then you got Harvey Dent, who was trying to save it in I guess you would say in the political way that he would be.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
That he would be the guy.
Yeah.
And then, shit happens. What happens is because of the fucking girl, all that bullshit. Like, for me, that's always a crutch that shit lands on. But that's just films.
Which Winter Soldier didn't have, by the way.
Black Widow wasn't there.
Yeah, like Black Widow wasn't giving.
So you're saying she was a romantic crush, which is what he just said.
Whoa! So Black Widow wasn't giving him sexual attention the whole film.
No.
Man doesn't even know what nuance means.
Have you watched Winter Soldier?
So when she asked him to kiss on the thing after she said,
what did she say after that? What did she say after the kiss? Explain.
What did she? Have you not kissed in how many years?
No. Directly after the kiss.
Was that before or after?
Directly after the kiss. What did she say?
What did she say?
She says public displays of affection make people uncomfortable because they were trying to avoid people
I know.
to notice them.
But do you
talk about nuance?
But do you not understand that it adds to the layer of them too as well?
How you say there's no sexual tension when they did that?
What do you mean? There's no sexual tension because right after that.
Was he not blushing?
No. Right after that, yeah.
And then
he was blushing because this is a 70-year-old man.
Yeah, because he hasn't kissed in like 70 years or something.
Exactly. But you're blushing not because of like some sexual tension. Because what happened right after that? She asked him, "What do you want me to be?"
Wait. So the whole MCU, throughout the whole MCU, there has been no sexual tension between Captain America and Black Widow.
No.
Liar!
All right, so Black Widow and Captain America. What were the films that they like actually were in together with to actually explore this tension?
I wouldn't have said yes either. I wouldn't have said.
So because you've got first Avenger, Black Widow is not in that movie.
I don't watch the films.
Black Widow is not in that movie, right? First Avenger. The next movie that they're both in together is the Avengers Assemble 2012. Give me the scene where there was sexual tension between Captain America and Black Widow.
I'm trying to actually remember the film actually.
Well, exactly. So give me the scene where there was
that
tension.
doesn't negate
Because
the point.
it does. You can't give me a history because the next movie that they're both in together is Winter Soldier, and I'm saying there's no tension.
Let's go through the film.
Yeah, go through the film. Tell me when
the first
it has
Avengers.
tension.
What happens in the first Avengers? Let's go through the film.
The first Avengers,
what happens in the
like
film?
Captain America getting his powers, like trying to sign up for the war. They wouldn't let him because he was small and strong.
Well, when did he meet her?
First Avenger. This is my point. Avengers Assemble. Sorry, that's what I was.
How did he meet her?
The first time they met.
How did he meet her?
On the helicarrier.
Is that when he jumped out?
No.
He jumped out. That's the
first time they met was when Bruce Banner was saying, "Oh, they're trying to put me in a submarine." Like when they were like, "This is unbelievable." We made a bet with Nick Fury, like the $10 bet. It was like surprise. There's nothing you're gonna show me that'll surprise me. And then he saw the helicarrier. He thought it was a submarine, and he started flying. When the helicarrier took off for the first time.
I can't remember that.
That's the first.
But I know. Yeah, 100%. There was sexual tension.
100%.
There was sexual tension in that film, Winter Soldier. And between Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, and what's it called? What was the next film?
Niggas, do you know what you're saying is wrong?
Civil War.
No, do you know what?
I know she was on Banner. I know she was on him.
We're talking about Captain America.
Yeah, I know. But I know she was on him.
Yeah.
But before she was on him, she was also on him.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, tell me when, because I can give you every scene that they've ever been in together.
But if you're gonna negate that kissing scene, then of course you're gonna negate whatever else I bring up.
Yeah, why did I negate the kissing scene? I gave you the exact reason why. Because she
Because
gave her
that-
explanation. They're literally trying to get away from someone who's coming up the escalator.
Because
That was the most effective. You're talking about the most experienced spy of the whole world.
And she comes up with the public inspection. You're coming with the biggest spy in the whole world,
Yeah.
and that was your best excuse to come up with that scenario.
I will break down this movie for you.
When did she say, "Oh, how long has it been since you've kissed?" Before or after? She said
Directly
that.
after that.
Was it after?
It was after. It was
Yeah.
after.
And then what was it? Oh, I'm trying to think.
Like that same conversation, she asked him, "What do you want me to be?" And then he goes, "How about a friend?" Straight away. This man didn't even think. He said straight away, "A friend." Everything after that, there was no tension.
Wait. So who asked that question?
Black Widow asked him, "What do you want me to?" How is
There
that
we go.
tension? How is that tension?
The tension is coming from her. It's not coming from him. He's fucking 70, been in the eyes for years. She wants him.
He's been thinking about Sharon.
This is what I'm saying.
Peggy Carter all these years.
Do you know why? Do you know that this again? This is a perfect point. Do you know why that is not? Listen. Do you know why that's not the case? Because the first scene of the movie, we're in the helicarrier and he took the dive into the boat.
Okay.
What was the literally they opened this movie with her trying to set him up, like telling him to go out with Sharon Carter. She was like, "How about the neighbor who lives on the first
That
floor?"
doesn't mean anything.
There was no tension, my G.
The way how she asked, there was tension. If you're trying to tell me that she has never been flirtatious with Captain America, Chris Evans, during these trilogy of films, then okay, agree to disagree. Because there is no way.
Those are two different things.
What?
She's not been flirtatious with him about them two physically being together. That was never a thing. Like if you're flirting with someone, like you're putting scenarios where like you could both be kind of intimate, like scenarios with those points, like coming off of that. You're talking about the two of you in said situations. There was no time.
You're saying the same thing.
There was no time where Black Widow was sort of flirting with him, like coming up with a scenario where both of them were going out, or like even kind of any romantic.
I'm not talking about that because they had shit going on. I didn't say, oh yeah, there was time for them to make.
Yeah, but you said they were flirting with each other.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they had time to go on a date and shit.
I'm not talking about they're just flirting with each other.
But they were 100%.
No, they didn't.
100%.
I don't know if this is relative.
All she did was tease him about the fact that he's old and he's not seeing anyone else. I was teasing.
And within that was the flirtation and was the tension because that was driving.
So the ultimate point here with all this flirtation stuff is the fact that
and
Winter Soldier didn't have a romantic push as far as like a crutch.
It drove the narrative of the film because they were together most of the time. Were they not together most of the time? Were they not together most of the film?
Yeah, but what was the purpose of them being together? Because you're saying that the romantic tension drove the narrative.
I'm not saying it drove, but I'm saying it helped. No, I'm saying it helped. It helped them because they were together.
Nigga, we can play this back. You said it drove the narrative tension.
But it drove them when they were together. 100%.
But you're saying the romantic tension drove them. The purpose of them being together drove the narrative of the film.
1,000%.
Nah, I'm sorry. Like you're talking. Wow.
I don't know if this is relative, but I remember in Age of Ultron at the bar when she's flirting with Bruce Banner, and I think after she leaves, Captain America comes up to Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about.
Yeah, and talks to him about like she's into you.
Yeah.
So
he goes, "I've seen her flirt." Like, no, Bruce Banner was saying, "Oh, we weren't flirting. We were just talking." And that's just Tash. That's how she talks to everyone. And then Captain America goes, "I've seen her flirt. This is not it." Does that mean it was with him?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. This is
yes. Because who has been around for the longest?
Not Captain America.
Oh my gosh.
No, what are you talking about here? This is Black Widow who's a spy.
In the established films we've seen.
In Avengers Assemble, they had Black Widow tied to a freaking chair. And what is she doing? She's flirting with the guy who's supposed to torture her. That is who she is. And that's all he's saying. He's saying, "I've seen her flirt, and this is not it." Like
he wasn't there. He didn't see that though.
I'm not saying he says that. I'm saying that that's her nature. Like that's the example of her nature. And he's saying, you're saying he's been with her all the time. Like he's seen her. Like he knows her. He knows the way she talks to everyone. And he's saying, "I've seen her flirt," and that was it. Bruce Banner was saying that's not how she flirts. Like she's not flirting.
So if he's been with her that long and she's never flirted with him, then how does he know what a flirt is? If she never flirted with him.
Okay. Perfect example. No. How does it? No, I'll tell you. You're giving me questions and I'm giving you answers. I'll give you a perfect example. Winter Soldier, opening scene, right? Not opening scene, but like after the Lemurian star. No, actually it was before. On your left. running around with Anthony Mackie when they're doing the
Yeah.
jogging thing. At the end of it, she drives by. Has anyone seen a fossil? I want to take it to the Smithsonian or whatever, making a play on like Captain America's age. What happens after that? Anthony Mackie goes down and like, oh hey, and then she like rolls down the thing and like, oh hey, like the way she says it, like basically flirts with him then. That's a perfect example of Black Widow flirting with someone else, and Captain America is right there, standing there, and observing. You just ask me, give me a scenario where he's flirting, and how did he know, right? That she was flirting. I've given you a perfect one, which happens before the movie even begins. How is she flirting with someone else if she's supposedly having tension with Captain America while the dude is standing right there?
Who did she flirt with first? What did she say first? Has anyone seen an old fossil?
Is that flirting or just like ribbing someone who's your friend?
It's very playful.
Unless we're like growing that grey
I
area.
don't know if I'd say it's flirting.
But if we're going from her nature and how she acts,
You
Is
just
that not-
you, you saw you saw the difference in
The
her.
interaction
You saw the
between her
difference. You
and
saw the difference in
Falcon
her
is
nature and ribbing someone. She's
okay,
like,
I would say
Maybe someone should
what
tell
she
you.
was doing to Cap was more flirtatious than what she was doing to Sam. Because what she was doing to Sam
No,
was obvious playfulness.
Like
She
you said,
wasn't gonna lick
Come
Sam
on,
and be
listen
like, oh,
to-
here's
you
my
listen
number
to
here and
it.
there.
are you listening to this? We're talking about
You understand what I'm
flirting.
saying, innit? You get what I'm
and
saying, innit? You get what I'm
She
saying.
said the only word she said to him was "hey."
Because the way how Sam
Yeah, but
came
look
out,
at the scene. Like, see how he said it. Sam was flirting with her fully. Like, man went on his knees.
And he got nothing.
She flirted back with him.
She said, "Hey."
Nigga, we'll watch it right now. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Like, she's flirting with someone right here. You guys are talking nonsense. Jesus Christ, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Oh,
This makes me really want to watch the new Black Widow movie. It's honestly,
That movie's gonna
that's
be
gonna
shit.
trash.
Like,
you think what?
Yeah.
No, if it's anything
I'm
like
not
Winter
gonna agree with
Soldier,
that. I'm not gonna agree with that. I'm not gonna agree with that.
you're gonna get me triggered.
I'm not gonna agree with that. The thing is, I just watched the movie and if it's good, I'll be like, yeah, it's good. You know?
Yeah.
I don't
really
think I
analyse
can't.
it
You know what it is? It's just the point of I can't believe that.
You can say there's none of it.
There's
in that film.
none.
None.
Maybe it doesn't drive the narrative. Maybe it's not the whole
Yeah,
point.
but again, you were making an argument based on that statement.
That wasn't my point though. That wasn't my point.
You said there was none of that, and that's why we jumped on it.
Yeah, I didn't say that was my point.
I still stand by that. But like, this is the one looking back. He says he drove the narrative.
I'm bringing it back. I'm taking my
What
point
was
back.
the original point? You said, was it?
Original point
Dark
was-
Well, he
Knight-
brought
Dark
up
Knight makes.
um,
Dark Knight has.
That was because of we were talking about Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
That was his
Yeah, like you're
That's
saying, like
the
that's a
thing.
crutch that you don't agree with in most movies.
No,
Like,
because
right,
no. It's a crutch because of how you know what, and it's true because when
So
push
Winter
comes
Soldier doesn't have that.
no, but when push comes to shove, the whole woman but it's exemplified because she dies. It's not done at this fucking happy ever after type shit. She dies. He turns into a villain and he dies as well. So does he die? Yeah, he dies.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, so it's like it's a crutch, but not really. You know, it was all of this, and he brings him out of the water, and he sees him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I remember him."
I'm just again. I accept it's not an argument anyone will ever win because if you're trying to argue with me, the end of the argument is going to be we agree to disagree because you're not going to convince me that Dark Knight is a better movie than Winter Soldier. So far,
1,000%.
everything you've brought up. As far as like a point against Winter Soldier, I've given you specific examples and scenes and conversations and lines.
Let's get it from the point of view from Darren because Darren, Darren, if he sees a film and he likes it, he's gonna say it's good.
To be honest, yeah, I
Both
think
movies are good.
it's difficult to compare because I think Winter Soldier is more of an quote unquote action movie than Dark Knight is, and it's more centered
I agree with
on action scenes.
Both in the same genre.
Yeah, it is, but it's more. You know what I mean? Like there's more action scenes and there's more sort of like kind of wild moments, I'd say. Whereas Dark Knight is more, it's not in your face like explosions. It's more
like I get
sort of
what you're saying.
You know the characters really
Yeah.
well. You kind of there's twists and turns sort of as you go throughout the film. But yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say which one's better because I don't think it's really the same type of movie. It's not. Yeah, it's not really the same. Type
Basically,
of movie.
if in my brain, if I'm boiling all of it down, right, make it as simplistic as ever. Dark Knight has a lot more sort of subtle sort of action tension.
Is Matrix better than Winter Soldier?
I've never seen the Matrix, so I can't give you anything.
How
I told you this last one.
How about this? If all the DVDs were burned and all the digital like files were all burned in the world, and you only had Captain America
That's
Trilogy
your choice, my G.
and
Dark
Dark Knight Trilogy,
Which one would you take?
Which one would you take?
Captain America Trilogy. Choice is already made.
Knight.
If for nothing else, then the Civil
Avengers,
War.
Dark
Like,
Knight.
if for nothing else, the
Because
Civil
then
War.
you're just having the whole. If you just chose that trilogy, knowing that everything else was being burnt, like what does it all amount to in the end?
That's
Just-
true. Yeah.
it's just-
Dark Knight is Batman.
When-
is just-
If you don't
When
have, no, if you don't
Civil
have,
War has-
wait, because if you don't have that without the Avengers, it's like okay, oh something happened in this movie.
No.
let
Do
me
you know what?
just
Do you know why that's
relate back
not?
to
Do you know
it.
why that's not
We're
true?
gonna make Doctor Strange
Do you know what?
references.
Do you
but
know
where's
why that's
Doctor
not true?
Strange?
Do you know why that's not true?
Why is it-
Because the focus of Civil War focuses on
No,
Captain
I'm talking
America.
about the
and then-
trilogy. The trilogy.
Well, exactly. Civil War focuses on Captain America's story, and that story has a definite end.
What's
Okay,
the end of
Civil
What's the end
War.
of the Civil War again? Sorry?
What?
What's the end of Civil War?
Captain America, like
They've gone their separate ways.
yeah, but that's with Tony Stark. But as far as like if you're looking at Captain America, like, again, we're looking at Captain America's story. Like
Okay.
MCU, there's a dead end with the MCU and like what's going on in the bigger universe. But I'm talking about Captain America's story because it's the Captain America trilogy. Him starting from where he started, like believing in the government, all of that stuff, like wanting to sign up for the army, being selfless and all of that. Go through Civil War, and then it's going through the conflict and all of that, and then in Winter Soldier, and then in Civil War, he recognizes like how the game is being played, sees the plot against his friend, and then to reconcile that against the friend, and he chooses the right side. He's like, this guy has been a victim of everything that's going on. He hasn't consciously made
But
this
there's
choice.
still so many loose ends of that. Because
Again, you're talking about the MCU. I'm talking about Captain
I'm talking
America's
about
story.
individual
Because-
stories. Because
Yeah, because
he's
even
gone and run off with Sam and Black Widow. And
that's
Oh,
MCU
no.
shit. That's MCU shit. Because even then, Captain America's character, notice, stays consistent throughout going forward.
It's not about
He doesn't
consistency of
change.
character. It's about like what happens after this film. Because like with Batman, after Dark Knight Rises, there's no more Batman. It's Bruce Wayne. What
Yeah,
can
but
you say about?
Yeah, but you're talking.
Is it going to be Steve Rogers? Is he
No,
going to
no,
be
see,
like
but
Nicholas Logan?
listen, you're talking about two different things. You're talking about two different things. You're talking
No,
about
no, no. I'm saying
Captain America is Steve Rogers. He doesn't have a split personality.
No. But like if
What?
he's
No, he doesn't.
no, because if he's trying to
All Americans know Steve Rogers is Captain America.
That's true.
This is the history of America. Like this, there's no
But
secret
this is-
identity, nothing.
This is
He doesn't
also
have to like have an
This
alter ego.
is also part of his issue in Winter Soldier, which is when he was in his.
It's tested and he has to.
Turmoil overcome.
Exactly.
Overcome,
So establish and you're
Yeah.
tested and you
Tested,
succeed because at the end of the
Tested,
movie everything
overcome.
works out, right? So third movie.
till say everyone works out. I think when he had a Harvey confrontation in the end, that's when again he had to like check himself.
Yeah.
Because like getting the Joker, like I think hanging from that building and then eventually get arrested, that was fine. But when he had to face off Harvey Dent, who was in a similar position to him in terms of how to solve justice and like reform Gotham as a whole, they were both on the same page. And then when the whole when Harvey became Two-Face, that's like because I think that's when he had to like check himself to see if he's doing the correct thing, going about things the right way.
Yeah.
And that's because at the end of it, he decides to give up his identity as Batman to make Harvey Dent the face of heroism and the White Knight of Gotham.
Yeah.
So at the end of the Dark Knight, he's come to face the issue of is Batman needed? Am I really the person Gotham needs? And like the hero Gotham needs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at the end of the movie, he's struggling with.
Yeah,
like,
because actually he stops being Batman because at
Exactly.
the end of at the beginning of the first one, it's like he hasn't been Batman for years because we're talking about Catwoman. But yeah, okay.
Okay. So
Now I can remember.
I'm trying to give you like so first movie establishes.
Wait. Added to Anthony's point because
I'm taking all of it
he feels
together,
like
yeah.
he feels like he's also failed with the whole Harvey Dent situation
Yeah, exactly.
because Harvey was willing to take everything for him. That moment when he was gonna step up and then Harvey stepped up. I'm gonna be I'm that guy and and because of that, that is how he got in that situation and that is how she died. That's how he became Two-Face and then that is how Gordon's kid got kidnapped and then it felt like oh shit because he used to go to Gordon's kid and was like so that was another person he had to protect. So it was like okay, now he had to do all of that. And
like
then
the first
still
film, like the first film was him becoming Batman, and then the second
So
film was
far,
him.
I can boil all of that nuance
Let's
down
finish,
into one
let's
sentence.
So like the second film was all about him, like because there's a whole, because the film like focuses on the distinction between Bruce Wayne and Batman as a character as an identity, but like with the whole when Joker comes in and disrupts everything, he makes him realize that he has to lean towards the Batman route because when Joker initially has Harvey Dent and Rachel in the two different warehouses, he gives Batman the incorrect addresses. So he says Rachel's in this place, Harvey's in this place. So Batman goes to Rachel trying to act, but that's him focusing more on his Bruce Wayne side. So he's pursuing his love interest. But when he finds Harvey Dent there, that's like when the whole thing blows up, and then Harvey becomes Two-Face. That's because of his own selfish impulses, and because of that made Two-Face the person who he is.
No, but what I'm trying to get to is this is because what you guys were all saying. It's actually not. But let's go. What at the end of First Avenger, I broke it down into this is Captain America, and this is what you get something, you have a conflict, and you establish it, and then you confirm what it is you said believe in, right? That's Captain America's story, like as far as the trilogies. Yeah, cool. Batman is what I'm trying to get. So Batman, at the end of the first movie, who is Batman? What's the first movie about?
They both had the same first movie. Let's basically put it.
I'm not arguing like I'm just trying to get like both of them, right?
That's
So
the
first Batman movie, what is it about? Like, what would you say it's about? Because again, a good element of a great movie is you know the point that movie was trying to go across. You know what, like you can tell what it's about. Like if you leave a movie and you're trying to explain like the points of the movie several different ways, to me that's just Confucius. That's
it says it in the title.
So the first film was about establishing Batman as the hero of Gotham.
Bingo.
The second film was about as Batman as an identity, like what does Batman mean to this place?
How dark is he willing to go to be the knight of the city?
Yeah, like how can he become like what's the true essence of Batman?
Exactly.
And then the third movie is more about like because he starts off like not being Batman in the first place because like do we actually need Batman? I think that's what the essence of the third movie is like how essential is Batman to like society? If Batman's there.
So what's the point of starting it that way when the second movie was supposed to have established that?
Because of what he lost.
Because of what happened at the end of the second movie. Because Harvey Dent's gone now. So there's now
that was the love of his life. He was willing to give up Batman for her.
Yeah. So Harvey Dent's dead. There's no... So at the end of the second movie, Harvey Dent's known as the hero of Gotham, the White Knight of Gotham.
Also,
and
Alfred was
Batman's on the run.
Alfred was telling him about he had to kind of set up a life with her because of like he just had, basically was it this film or was it the next one that he was saying she was getting too much and he has to set up a life with her? I think it was the next one.
With who? Rachel?
Yeah, whichever woman it was. I don't know if it was Rachel or
probably
if it was
Catwoman.
There's a bigger point I'm trying to make in all of this.
So third movie is all about Alfred and Bruce Wayne as a guy are like confronting if Batman wasn't here, would Gotham need him? Because when Batman was there, you had Scarecrow, you had Joker, but then when he stops being Batman, like everything seems fine, everything seems cushy, and then Bane comes in, breaks it up again. It's like, okay, Batman is needed. He gets broken as a character. This is him like coming out of retirement, basically. Gets broken as a character, as Batman. He has to go back into the hole somewhere to like rediscover himself and like force himself back out of that hole to reconcile with that Batman character again just one more time to bring like a finality for Gotham. Because when Batman goes, like you assume there'll be no more threat. Because at the end of the Dark Knight, the people there still think there's a Batman, but they think Batman's there as a foil to Harvey Dent and like justice. Yeah. So when the truth about Harvey Dent comes out, Harvey Dent was actually Two-Face. He killed all these people. And it's like, okay, Batman, we actually do need him. So the people of Gotham are crying out for Batman, especially when Bane comes in, blows up a whole football stadium, establishes himself as the main antagonist of the whole movie. And then when Batman comes in, there's a more like all-togetherness about supporting him and who he is. But at this time, Bruce Wayne has decided he no longer can be Batman, because if he does that, more harm will come to the people of Gotham and the people around him as a result of that, because of what happened to Rachel, what happened to Harvey, what's happening to Commissioner Gordon and his family. So the end of Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, is all to bring a finality for it, for the people of Gotham and for Bruce Wayne himself to become Bruce Wayne, and to also like keep Gotham
while helping Gotham continue by helping Robin at the end.
Yeah.
The bigger point here is, if you had to say which movie had the clearest purpose, what would you say?
I just explained the purpose. You said like
No.
Out of the
And
three.
you explained what the purpose was. Which one was the clearest? That was the question.
Second one.
what a movie.
No, between the two trilogies, which trilogy had the clearest through line, the clearest purpose?
Oh, that one. Oh, the Batman.
Right. Based on that explanation, which would you say? I'm using it as a sort
Yeah,
of like
no.
test, though. Yeah, but like, what would you say?
Because you know what it is?
Again, the point is,
Wait.
not, I'm not debating whether or not
Shall I-
Dark Knight Rises had a point, had a
No,
purpose.
because you know what it is?
It had one.
Captain America is fighting government. Batman is fighting himself. Captain America, yeah, he's fighting his point and blah, blah, blah. But he's fighting government.
Yeah, so like when you put it
Batman.
down that way, it's harder to portray like self-improvement in a film. Like it's easy to be like, okay,
That's not the point of making a film.
No,
No,
because
you
like
said it's
one's
hard.
about character development, one of them's about fighting this external evil, while like, oh, Hydra's bad. Okay.
Wait, no, see that this is where I take exception to that.
No,
because-
No. Because
What-
it was.
so you're
like,
telling me that Captain America didn't have any like character sort of?
no, I'm not saying it didn't have any.
moments?
I'm saying it's hard. I just said it's hard to portray character development through a film where like in like Captain America movies, everything's so like blown out proportion. You have the Red Skull, okay, he's a German Nazi villain. You have the government, okay, no, the Hydra now, and then you have Civil War, okay, my Hydra again because they corrupted my friends. Now I need to choose between my friend or my new friend. It's like,
And it's his guilt, but it wasn't guilt that was directly from him. It wasn't like, oh, he went left, so Bucky is now this person. He was already off and doing whatever he was doing, and then I think them lot were trying to say.
You guys are focusing on the external factors for.
We're talking
like, the decisions
internal,
he made.
external, we're all round.
No.
We're
I'm
here.
saying it had both. But all you've done so far, as far as portraying the Winter Soldier, like Captain America, is
Okay.
portray the external factors for why he made the decisions he made.
No, I'm
He had
saying,
internal struggles
No.
for making all those things as well.
no, I'm not saying.
Hence
but-
the nuance in those.
No, but I'm saying it is him versus government.
Yeah,
That is what. No. That is what it is. Batman, it's him versus himself. Joker is all the Joker. Bane, It's still himself because it's still how am I going to do this as Batman, or am I going to do this as Bruce Wayne? How far am I willing to go as Batman? Because if I go this far, am I as bad as them? Am I? There's all that type of shit. In Captain America, it's literally okay. I have been someone of morals, of principle.
And again,
But now the government, all of these things are happening, and it's messing with my principles. Or my principles are so connected with government, and then it gets to a point where he shifts, and that's it. I'm not bringing it down. I'm not bringing it down.
Yeah, like,
but that's what it is.
I'm not arguing, like,
That's
those
what it
two movies are different in that respect. They're two separate movies. Like, I'm not going to ever say, like, because this one did this, like, why didn't this one have this thing that this didn't have? Like, they're two separate movies. I'm just, like, the point, the word I used that was the key word is clearest, right? Give me a consistent through line that goes through all of it. And then, again, we explained it. I explained
Just
Civil-
just because the film is clearer, it doesn't make the film better. Memento is not a clear film, but it's a great film. Like, you've got the film going in backwards and forwards. Like, that doesn't make it better. Like,
So it adds to my list of points why it's better, right?
because I
brought
could
up the
also
clear-
say it's more complicated, therefore it's a higher quality film. Because you couldn't understand it because of the new one, therefore it's a better
Who
film.
said I didn't
No,
understand?
but that's what I could say. That's what I
Oh,
could
you
say.
can say it, but you can say a lot of wrong things.
No, but this
but you're saying
this is the same.
because it's clearer, it's better. He's saying if he says, oh no,
Not like
because it's more complex,
so
it's better.
clear. Yeah, so you're
Clarity doesn't
comparing
necessarily mean
the
better.
clarity of the purpose of the movie to like the plot itself.
I'm talking both.
Like, we're never gonna get to the end of
What's
that.
clarity?
It's-
Like, why is clarity such a big thing for you?
This is neat.
because it's the purpose of it. Like if you can go into a movie, right, and you're saying this is what this movie is about. Show me the ways that you can express that purpose and that point, and you come out of it and you're like, okay, that's what it was about. But that ride was excellent as well, as far as like the twists and turns and like the nuances and whatever.
Yeah.
Great. I can like asking people about, and you're not the first people I've asked about this. Like, give me what Dark Knight was all about, and all people will tell me is exactly what you just said. Is it's about Batman doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that and doing this. Like it's
Doesn't
No,
mean it's
it's
clear.
a classic good against evil.
Let me.
They both are.
Everything can be reduced to classic good against evil, like I just said. Captain America is fighting the government. The government are evil. Like I just said that. But I could also say,
better
oh,
movie
it
has
is-
all those
it is-
elements
no, no,
that
no,
works
no, no,
together.
no, no,
Like
no.
there's some elements in Dark Knight that I'll give
No,
way
no.
better than Winter Soldier.
But I could also just
as an
say,
overall movie,
I could
sure.
also say the performance of Joker clouds everything in Winter Soldier. Clouds
Yeah,
that whole
that was
film.
my next question. Is
Clouds everything. Wherever you're talking storyline, plot, blah 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 blah. Refocus on Joker. Everything in that film is better.
So you're talking about one character's performance,
But I
which takes away from your supposed protagonist's character in the same movie.
Are we talking about like the Winter
Batman.
Soldier? Like the Winter Soldier.
What?
Like the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier doesn't. No one takes away from anything. Like,
Whoa! So
it's all
Winter Soldier
cohesive.
doesn't level up Captain America.
What you're talking about level up? I'm saying enhance the performance of, right? Okay, so here's a perfect way I'll put it for you. Heath Ledger's performance,
Yes.
Christian Bale's performance, rate them,
Yes.
and give me the level of disparity. between the two.
Oh! Christian Bale's was like a 15. And
Yeah.
probably, no, not Christian Bale. Sorry, Heath Ledger's was like a 15. Christian Bale maybe like an 8.
I think it was an 8, bro. He's more of a 6.
Nah.
Christian Bale's performance
Nah.
is 6. Christian Bale's performance
Okay,
is
the
6.
thing-
Okay, so,
okay, you know what?
so even
I'm not
if
gonna do it. I'm
even
not
if you're
gonna
saying
do it,
that,
Chris
do
Evans.
the same thing for Winter Soldier.
No, I'm not gonna do this to Chris Evans because I really like him. But take away the action scenes, and what have we got?
Oh my.
What?
No.
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 What you've got,
Answer
I'll tell you.
the question.
What you've got is an actor portraying the performance of a character who's very rigid in his stance. You've got a character portraying a human being that's not even supposed to be a human being. He's an idea. He is the strength of character in every supposed American, since we're using that.
The Joker
Propose
says
that
he's
flag.
an idea.
Propose to the guy who is an actual billionaire, who is an actual idea, who is an actual person, who is an actual two-person in the idea and his own person.
This is the difference. Again, we're going to like difference in Captain America.
No,
and
I don't even care who's better between Chris Evans and Christian Bale because it doesn't really matter.
As actors, like I would take Christian Bale over Christian
Oh,
Evans
he's 100% better
as far as
as an actor.
actors, but like
Disrespect.
performance in those characters, as far as like how
I
they're
don't
defined.
know.
I'm sorry, no.
Chris Evans is not clear of Christian Bale. Neither of them are clear of each other. But Heath Ledger
You
is clear
say
of everyone.
Captain America, the face that you have staring in front of you, your mind's eye. The first thing you think about is Chris Evans. You say Batman, Christian Bale.
That doesn't
As far as
prove my point.
this is performance. We're talking about performance, right? Whose performance?
You're
is
talking about
better?
recognition. I'm talking about performance.
Who's talking about recognition?
Christian Bale was my favorite Batman.
He's mine too. He's my favorite Batman. But like, there's so many. Like you say that there are
That
people
doesn't
who
prove-
there are people who
There's
start
been
performing. There are
one
people who
Captain
argue.
America.
That doesn't
There's
trust.
been one Captain America. Who are you going to compare?
That's like saying, oh, Henry Cavill can't be my favorite Superman because there's been bare Supermans. What?
It was
Well,
What?
technically, like.
He shouldn't be your favorite.
I didn't say he's my favorite.
Alright.
I know, but
No,
that's what
but
I'm saying.
see, I'm not. So when you're talking about like the whole Batman and many people have played him, this is why what I'm saying is separate from what you mean. I'm not talking about the people who played him like as far as like who played him the best.
Okay.
I'm talking about on the comic book. This is the character, right? He's got a certain set of personalities. He's got a
Okay,
certain
you
set
know,
of
the
habits.
only
and
bad
everything.
thing about
Who
Batman
embodies that?
Okay.
Who embodies that? The best.
Okay.
That's
Right.
the same question. Are you
Yeah.
asking who's played it the best?
Yeah.
No, but again,
What's embody mean?
yeah, like who portrays
Yeah,
the
but that's like
characters that
saying-
you've read
that's
in the
like
book?
saying-
Christian Bale.
That's like saying with Chris Evans, you can't do that because only one person played it.
Yeah, but like again, so I'm talking about like I'm not forget about who else has played Batman.
No,
I'm
you
not
said
talking,
who's embodied him.
no, yeah, but like, all right, so
Okay,
forget
so
about.
do you mean does Christian Bale embody Batman better than Chris Evans embodies Batman?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to get
okay,
to.
As a
okay.
That's
character.
exactly,
Okay,
not
you know-
like performance. I don't want to go there. That's not what I'm trying
The
to
only
say.
thing
Who embodies their
the
character?
only thing that I give I discredit Christian Bale for is the fact that he was a bit short as Batman.
And the Batman voice.
And the voice in it.
The voice, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I didn't want
Okay, at the time, I don't think it was that bad. I think it's calm in it.
Yeah, at the time.
And to be honest, I could have passed it because I could look at it, you know, that's like nigga doing it, is it?
Like it's something you get used to over the
Like,
tradition.
why didn't even
Yeah,
you just
it's
attach
fine.
a voice box to your thing?
Yeah.
Like,
But
you've got a
that's
costume.
but that's him going over the top in it, like, and I can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that in it. That's the only criticism I have. But Heath Ledger was the level was so high that you got. It's even unfair to even start comparing like.
But you're making my point exactly.
No. But
There's a
this is what I'm saying.
disparity
Yeah.
in that same movie,
And
and
that-
that takes away
No,
from
it does
the
not.
movie.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
It does.
It
At least for me,
completely
it
adds
does.
to the movie. It adds to the movie. It adds to the movie. it makes that movie.
It would
so
only
much
add to
better.
that movie. It would only add to the movie if Christian Bale like came closer.
No way.
So
No
what,
way.
Heath
And that is the
Ledger
problem.
delivered.
That is the problem because you would not understand the greatness of Heath Ledger if Christian Bale was trying to do another great Heath Ledger. Like,
Or if Christian Bale raised his level, maybe Heath Ledger
and
would
also
raise his
Christian
as
Bale
well.
is Christian
And you get a
Bale.
better movie.
Do you not think that Christian Bale was trying to get to that level, or was it that Heath Ledger was that level?
Man flopped.
No, he did not flop. See, you're coming out. Then I could just say, oh yeah, no, Chris Evans did.
Yeah,
Man was
you
fighting.
could just say, but he didn't.
Man was fighting. Man was fighting. Good stunt choreography. And man was
Alright,
there.
like what's
Man
the
had the
time?
timing.
What's the time?
He had the
I feel
timing.
like when you're saying the whole embody, like Batman and Joker are a lot more iconic than Captain America and Bucky. So like when they have like all these
As
literature,
a white American
No,
playing
so when
patriotic,
you're
I don't
saying
think it's that hard.
when you're saying iconic, then you start bringing in the like popularity of like what characters have been out longer, who knows who. Like there are more people that know Batman than know Captain America. You'll never get me to argue
and
that.
same with Joker.
That's just DC in general, right?
Yeah, no, so I'm saying
But like
about,
Batman's character, like his habits, the things he usually does, there's a very like that number of
but it's such a
items.
broad
is-
view because of how much.
Yeah, but they're all exploring different parts of the same core principle of Batman.
But this is where it's different because they're trying to bring a more realistic element to it. So like for you to be saying embodied it, this is a completely different scenario that's not been done before. It's a new like cinematic like experience. For you to say embody it, this is a different Batman being directed by a different
Bro,
director.
Batman has got a very like if you're looking at a Venn diagram, right? Of Batman's sort of like character and abilities.
This
and
is
all that.
this guy steps out of it because you're comparing comic book Batman to movie Batman. It's not the same.
No, but comic book Batman, like you're going to a movie that's about Batman.
This is not and this is the problem. This Batman is not comic book Batman. This is real world Batman.
No.
This is real world Batman.
Yeah, real world Batman. Cool. Yeah.
And listen,
I'm not talking about
this
the
is real
world
world
they're
Captain
set in.
America
Like,
as well.
listen to me. I'm not talking about the
Okay,
world
go
they're set
on.
in. You're going to a movie that's about Batman.
Yeah.
If you ask the average person, I'm not even talking about a comic book reader.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about Batman?
Well, obviously his backstory. He doesn't kill. He's a vigilante that's on
He's an
the
orphan.
side of justice.
Yeah, and he's rich. And he's got villains. That's it.
Cool. You ask someone, Captain America. What do you know about Captain America?
He's a patriotic guy.
Yeah.
With a shield.
He's a shield.
You know his shields.
And he got a super serum.
Therefore, when you talk about his character, you're like, okay,
He's
you
dry.
agree him. Like,
Dry. No
There's
layers.
no human being in the world who can be Captain America.
because of what you know now.
Yes.
No.
That's like saying no.
No, I'm not talking
either.
about the actor playing him. I'm talking about his ideals. No human being in the world has got that kind of a moral compass that's like, nigga, this is wavering from no.
Huh? That is every superhero. That is every superhero.
That's completely.
No, it is every.
What's the?
It is okay. It is also every superhero that has to defend two things. It is
Like who?
Aquaman.
Niggas.
Aquaman.
They've got shady
Four.
moral compasses.
Is Thor not trying to save Earth and Asgard? Is Thor not trying to do both?
Yeah, he's trying to do both. There are times where like this nigga doesn't.
Yeah.
Captain America,
Yeah.
in every single that's what I'm saying. He's not even a real human being. He's an idea. He is. What's the right side of things? What's the wrong side of things? You will never find Captain America on the left side,
Depending on your point of view.
nigga. You will never find Captain
On your
America.
point of view.
Captain America is how you know what's the right side.
So he's fake. So you're just a guy who's always
He's
right.
I literally just said like no human being can embody that. The dude is an ideal. He's not even a human being.
So is that really a good film if you can never be challenged, if you can never be right, if you're always on the front, you're always there.
No.
If you follow
You
Captain
can
America,
challenge
you're
it.
right.
The point of the movie is to show how far you have to go to challenge it to even realize.
So
I'm
what's
not
the point of
shaking
Civil
this
War? Like, oh, Captain America's
That's
right.
what I said. He's already done it. He went to Soldier. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's done.
So if Captain America's always right, then Civil War should be about painting how wrong Tony Stark is.
And the stakes in the trilogy of Batman are much bigger than the stakes in.
By the way,
Mm.
in my view,
Mm.
that's Civil War is Tony Stark is a douchebag and he's wrong about everything.
See, I'm on Tony Stark's side.
I'm on Cap's side.
But
Tony Stark, like we're not going against that because Tony
Thing
Stark
is-
he's a
yeah.
waste man of a
I'd
character.
say I'm on
But yeah.
Captain
But anyway,
America.
like we've spent too much time. on
I
that,
do
so-
want to say one
I'm
thing.
on Cap's side.
Because of the whole.
I think it's because I read the comics, that's why I'm on Cap's side. I think it tells you
Alright.
better than
Cap's
so I
side.
took it away from
But because of the whole MCU's timeline, like they couldn't have ended Captain America then. So because you're taking the trilogy as an abstract of the MCU,
Mhm.
you do miss some things. And the major point is Captain America came from a bottle. Really, that's what Tony Stark said. Everything special about you came from a bottle.
Yeah, but that's factually wrong.
Which he proves because Captain America's character proves because
Exactly.
of his actions with Bucky,
Mm.
he was the reason. I think that's the reason why
He
he
could
was
have given
able to
anyone
pick
that
up,
serum, yeah.
able to pick up Thor's hammer because he became worthy.
It was always
And we missed that because of the trilogy. It's not in the trilogy.
No,
So-
but we know that he was a
Okay.
guy with pure heart and intentions. Like that's not.
But that's not why he
that's
was able to
not-
pick it up though.
No. But that is why he's always been that though.
Yeah.
Like he's always been that from when he was the scrawny youth to when he was the big guy. That is that's nothing new and it's nothing shocking. It's nothing. Oh, like when he picked it up, I was like, oh cool. I wasn't like. Well, it was when he picked it up in Infinity, whatever.
In Endgame.
Yeah, when he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Him doing it. It's like, and the bigger thing was Thor's reaction when he was like, that was bigger for me than this whole.
Yeah,
you know.
I thought that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean,
to be honest, with Civil War, you could just call it Civil War or call it Avengers Civil War, and it's the same film. It doesn't need to be called Captain America Civil War. And I know obviously it is part of the trilogy, but in the way I see the films, I don't really see it as a Captain America movie. So I don't think it has to be.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's pretty much my point. I
I'll
was going to
say
say I didn't like First
For me,
Avenger.
Civil War was more like a Winter Soldier Part 2 because they do have similar themes, and they could have done Civil War a bit better, more towards Captain America, less towards the Avengers. But they had to tie all the storylines to the next
Because
part
really,
of the MCU.
a lot of Avengers is, you could probably say it's an Iron Man movie. A lot of it does.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange is basically Iron Man.
I think that I feel like the fact that when you look back at it, Civil War had to have so many characters in order to get the point across. Because when you really deep it could have just been Cap, Bucky, and
Iron Man.
and who who was on his team. I know Natasha was on the other side at that point. And
Ant-Man,
Ant-Man.
Falcon.
yeah, Ant-Man or something like that. It could have just been him and Bucky actually. It could have just been him and Bucky against Iron Man and someone.
Yeah.
But they had to get who else? Spider-Man. Whole big And for me, I feel like it just it takes away from.
I think it adds to it.
No, I feel like it adds to the excitement, but when you look back at the through line of the story, you get lost because you think, oh yeah, shit, that scene was really
From your explanations, I think Batman probably does the purpose thing better. But for me, the third Batman film is probably the one where I was a bit hazy on it. Maybe I missed your explanation of it, but I think that was the one where, in the similar vein to Civil War, doesn't need to be a Captain America movie. I feel like Batman, Dark Knight Rises. Like, how does Dark Knight Rises end?
Dark Knight Rises end is when there's the whole bomb. He drives it out in the city in the lake. But there's the big mystery because obviously Alfred told him earlier about his little dream that he had when he was going to France or whatever. Blah blah blah. So then he drives it out. The thing blows up, and everyone thinks, "Oh shit, Batman's dead." And then next scene, you see he's like, I don't know if it's the next scene or whatever. At some point, he's there at the calf with Catwoman, and Alfred sees them, and then he gives them a nod. But we don't know if that's a dream or that happened. And then at the final end, the guy he's been working with, he's basically giving him the keys as Robin to be the guy in it. So that's how it ends. So it's like,
so it is,
so it's passing of the mantle with it.
Cool.
So,
But sorry to cut you. I was gonna say Joker for me is miles ahead of Winter Soldier, but that was just from watching the two movies. That's my opinion. But I liked Winter Soldier as a film, but First Avenger I really didn't like, so that's why I'm struggling to be on this side of the argument.
If I had to rate them in order,
honestly, Winter Soldier, I can't even talk. Winter Soldier, Captain America, like the trilogy. There's no human being on this world that'll convince me that the Dark Knight. Exactly. Again, but no one's saying like I'm supposed to be right about it. But basically, the whole reason this is even a thing is the fact that when people bring like that subject up, like Dark Knight and everything else, I hate the fact that people just go, yeah, slam dunk. Like they don't even talk about it. That pisses me off
because
it's not.
Because they
Even
know
if-
there's a gap. There is a gap
Even
in
if
legacy
even
and
if I
excellence.
agree there's a gap, and I think
Legacy
there's a gap.
and excellence.
Just I agree there's a gap, just the wrong way
Pay
around.
respect to the forefathers. That's what you do.
But even if there's a gap, right? That gap in my mind is not like.
And you know what?
That
It's
distance
because they regard Civil War as an Avengers film. And you know what? That's what they're gonna have to look back on in the legacy, and that's what they're gonna have to look back on. They're gonna be like,
Well, that's their problem. But again, it's not the gap is not wide.
I was
Like,
asked between Dark Knight Rises and Civil War, which one's better?
Dark Knight Rises.
I
Actually, I don't know. You know what?
Civil War's better.
I don't know.
I'm walking out. I swear to God, I'm walking
because
out.
the reason I'm asking that is
I'm gonna pull a Stephen A.
No, because you know what? Because Bane was levels. And you know
Dark
what?
Knight Rises. Oh my bad.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
Bane,
no.
because Bane was levels,
Civil.
and I like the twist in it, and I liked what they did, but there was a bit too many plot holes.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't trying to be critical when I was looking at MCU, and if I want to do that, I can do that.
See, for me, my favourite Marvel film is Iron Man, the first one. That's my favourite of all of them. I love it so much. And I think it just set the stage
The
for
reason
the MCU.
The reason I'm asking that is because if we assume that the first Avenger and Batman Begins are basically the same movie, so
Batman Begins is better.
let's say for argument's sake, Batman Begins is better by a little, right? And then Civil War is better than Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Then
By a mile.
really what
By a
separates
mile.
Okay.
If you're gonna say by a little,
Okay.
you need to put by a mile.
And that mile,
That shit
the
doesn't make
Dark
sense.
Knight is above Winter Soldier by 2 miles.
Yeah, so if you,
Not by 2 miles. This is my problem. This is my problem. This is my problem. Nigga, just say it's better. No, I'm not. No, it's too like it's too late.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand the excellence that was shown in this film.
Before today, I would never have put Dark Knight over Winter Soldier. Or I wouldn't have even compared
Okay,
the
so if I'm going to be serious, if I'm going to rank them, it's going to be Dark Knight,
Civil War.
Winter Soldier,
Oh, sorry, Winter Soldier, yeah.
Winter Soldier,
Civil War.
probably Civil War, Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, and
First Avenger.
First Avenger.
The thing is, I didn't like Batman Begins either, so for me,
I would
I
agree
don't
with
know
that.
what's bottom.
I would agree.
That's my list. But Dark Knight is supremely levels above.
You can use all the
Winter
adjectives
Soldier.
you want.
I'll use
That
more.
shit ain't. That's just wrong.
Supremely, stupendously.
Again, like
We need to
throw
talk
them
about
out there.
different films.
Yeah,
Next
like,
time. Next time.
throw them out there. Like, I'm
It's
sorry,
levels.
like nah.
Performance alone, performance and story alone, it is better. Performance and story alone.
The next thing we had on the list was what was it, Kristen Stewart, Diana?
Well,
I'll go with that because I'm not. Very
these American. Why are these American? What? First of all, Kristen Stewart is not good.
leading to DC Spotify. What's that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
research that.
So the thing is here, Kristen Stewart,
Yeah.
obviously Twilight star, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I was trying to. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I was thinking of the girl from Spider-Man, the first one.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, for whatever reason, that's the face I had in my head. Anyway. So yeah, Twilight.
Yeah, she's gonna be Princess Diana, which is travesty.
What? And like playing
You know,
Princess Diana.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thing coming out.
I did.